And he's played that pretty well too. So the frame now in Murphy's hand, and typically from him, he doesn't take a backward step. It was a tough red, but he didn't flinch in taking it on. Needs green, brown and blue for 5-3. Murphy laid the snooker, and when given the chance, took on the long red, got it. And with it, surely his fourth consecutive frame, and Gary Wilson now with it all to do. This has been some performance from Murphy since the interval. Gary Wilson was the better player before it, but since then it's Murphy who has very much taken control, and a four-frame blitz has put him on the cusp of the Xi'an Grand Prix final. 5-3.
Pace that he played it. No panic whatsoever. Cue ball in the middle of the table, and when this green was potted and the cue ball just floated past the brown, you knew then that it was going to be 4 frames in a row, and Sean is now just 1 frame away from a place in tomorrow's final against Mark Williams.
It's been some display from Sean Murphy since the mid-session interval, when he found himself 3-1 behind to the informed Gary Wilson. But how well has he played? That was the foul from Wilson when he caught the blue with his cue. But it was the great long red from distance at the end of the frame that set up the chance for Murphy to clinch it for 5-3. Wilson breaking off 2 down with 3 to play. Well capable of winning 3 in a row, of course. Playing well enough to do so, but Murphy is also at the very top of his game. The winner, of course, to play Mark Williams, 3 times world champion, coming through earlier today, 6-3 against Daniel Wells.
Foul. MS. Gary Wilson 6.
Bottom bump of the middle pocket wasn't part of the plan, but it's given Gary a reasonable starter.
What? Eight. 9. Sixteen. Seventeen. $24. 25. $62.
Not so much been wise after the event, but there was nothing doing as far as the cluster goes, so I thought that was wise to make an early move on them. And he's gotten his reward.
33. $39. 40. $46. 47. $53. 54.
Murphy at the moment counting the cost of just misjudging that shot to land into the bunch of reds. Caught the angle, caught the blue, caught the pink, I should say, and this is the result. And no surprise, given the way these two have been queuing.
59.
You make a mistake with the balls there, and you sit in your chair. Wilson close, not quite over the line yet. 75 left after this red.
60.
But one more after this pink, and he will be within a frame again.
66. 57.
The crowd acknowledging that was the key ball. Murphy now needs 2 snookers. And normal service resumed. A 1-visit frame.
74. Gary Wilson.
The break ends at 74. And Sean Murphy, not surprisingly, concedes. So Gary Wilson still very much in contention in what is proving to be a wonderful second semi-final here. 5-4 down.
Well, we haven't seen many tactical or safety errors from Sean Murphy in this semi-final, but here was one just catching the bump of the middle pocket, just squared the cue ball up and found a little gap. And I mean, the 6-point penalty is bad enough, but it was what he was leaving. Comfortable red to get himself going. I thought at one stage maybe there could have been even another maximum attempt, but there were more pressing matters, obviously, and that was the key shot. Get the Reds open. The fact as well that he got the 6-point penalty meant that he didn't need the 5 Reds together, just below the pink spot there. So that was well controlled as well, to just get the perfect angle on the pink in behind this red, and didn't have to do an awful lot with it. It was a shame he didn't go on to make a total clearance or a big century, but I think from Gary Wilson's point of view, it's good that the belief will be restored. You know, 3-1 in front, had to sit there and suffer for a few frames as Sean has taken control of the semi-final, but that just restores everything that you would want, the belief, the confidence, and the cue arm flowing once again. So it's all set up for a grandstand finish. It's been a terrific match. Sean Murphy, 5-4 to the good. First to 6, 1 up with a possible 2 to play in the semi-final.
Okay, Shaw. 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 From 10.
We've
Shaw
had
Murphy to break.
3 breaks of over 80 in this match. 3 centuries, 3 total clearances. The standard has been sky high. Sean Murphy still needs 1 frame. Gary Wilson now needs 2. Mark Williams awaits the winner in the title match. Wilson punishing the Murphy safety error with a 74. Led 3-1, trailed 5-3. But that was much more to do with the excellence, almost perfection from Murphy from 3-1 down to put 4 frames together in a row, including 131 and 140 back-to-back.
And Sean has a reasonable chance of his own now. Never easy when the cue ball and object ball are close together, but if he can pot this, he's got perhaps first chance. The black looks like it is just about on.
One.
Good news is that with all the other spots occupied, the black should be on regardless of where it's either on its own spot or as near as it can when being replaced. So it shouldn't have an issue with this.
Wang Haitao, our referee.
8. Nine. Sixty.
Murphy's success at the British
7.
Open put him on 13 ranking titles, one ahead of Mark Allen, and were he to prevail on Monday in the final, if he gets there, he'd be one behind Ding.
$24. $25.
Who, of course, he beat to get to the last four. Couldn't have played that any better. Control cannon to open more reds. Nicely on one. The black available. This is looking a little grim now for Gary Wilson, who again has played some great snooker.
31.
It's one of those matches where whoever does come out on the wrong side is entitled to feel a bit miffed because of the standard that both have been able to generate.
$38. $39.
Yeah, he's playing with that belief. I mean, I'm just thinking of a key shot, not a turning point, but when they came out from the interval at the start of frame 5, Sean potted a long red to right corner that was
46.
as good as you can cue the ball. I went on to make plenty from it. It just shows you, it was an indication in one shot just how well and how confident he's playing.
Yeah, the long red in the previous frame to seal it.
47.
Indicative of the confidence, the self-belief currently flowing through Murphy. The interval came at the right time. Clearly, he was being outplayed at that stage
52.
by Wilson, who was on a roll himself. He'd made a 139 total clearance, but Murphy came out and was able to trump that. Now it's a question of finishing the job.
$53.
Yeah, that's okay. I think he has a red if he wants it to the same corner pocket, the one on the pink spot. So this is Gary's last hope. Whichever red he plays for, it has to go wrong. And that's just about okay. So red colour red.
60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60. 60 60.
It's been a break fest. 81, 139, 74 from Gary Wilson. 91, 81, 131 and 140 back-to-back from Murphy. Just a slight delay while the referee gets this pink just as it should be.
Thank you.
Before Murphy delivers the killing thrust. Match ball.
58.
He was brilliant at the British Open and he's been brilliant again this week, Murphy. Gary Wilson has had a wonderful tournament himself. 11 centuries, brilliant win over O'Sullivan, who was playing terrific snooker. But Murphy has been just that
75.
bit too good for him today. He has been outstanding.
76.
From 3-1 behind, he's played close to faultless snooker. And it's going to be the great Mark Williams in the final. Williams having beaten Murphy very handily when they last met at the Saudi Arabia Snooker Masters this season. That was a 6-1 drubbing.
84.
So Murphy will be looking to put that right. Williams will be looking to make history as the oldest ever ranking event champion. What a final it promises to be. And what a finish from Murphy.
91.
Looking for a hat-trick of centuries.
92.
Special stuff, Alan.
Oh, it's scintillating. I mean, so many words you could use, but it's, as you say, near faultless. His long game's been amazing. His safety game's been up to
98.
scratch. He's kept Gary under pressure. He hasn't been rushing. He's been taking his
99.
time when the time arises to be a little careful. And then when he's gotten in positions like this, there's been no hesitation. He's playing as well as anyone can play the game, quite honestly.
And that night's to class from the magician.
107.
And what a way to finish. Not much more than 2.5 hours of playing time.
$123.
In terms of quality from both, surely the match of the tournament.
128.
Murphy eyeing his third total clearance of the semi-final.
141.
Magic indeed from Sean Murphy. The magician has